want to look for like recent ones because we've been there kind of fairly recently.
Okay.
Bye, babe. They're all kind of the same.
I love this one. They're usually closed for maintenance and don't put up any major sign of any kind.
Again, I think it just goes back to like there's layers to it, right? And like respectfully, like we work at a place that is a plaza that is filled with restaurants. So if you are not able to come to our store for any reason, you still have options. A lot of times when customers get angry with times that we are closed when we should be open, it kind of highlights that a small amount of entitlement, that the thought of something happening on our end that would cause a problem with our service to make it so that we won't be able to open is seen as, you know, disrespecting it. And that highlights the customers, like an inherent entitlement that all customers, like ourselves included, as, you know, as everyone is a customer, you know, there's that entitlement, like expecting and assuming a place to be open and at 100% all the time. If we're closed, whether it be for a maintenance reason or another reason that we can't disclose, we're not necessarily at liberty to send some sort of message that we're not open, other than the standard having the door closed, having a sign that says we're not open, having the door locked, and letting you know if you come to the door that we're not open, as we do. There's moments where we have to close the locker, and there's moments where we have to close the drive-thru. And when we do, they're closed. It's something that all restaurants have to do, and it's something that we will continue to do as need be.
We were closed for maintenance, like we were expecting us to be open, and we said it was closed for maintenance, like we apologize for that too. I know when I experienced it, it was kind of almost impossible to let customers know ahead of time, hey, we're going to be, you know, keeping the store closed for a few days. You know, we kind of make a public announcement, so then things like that. But you know, again, there's this time when the store has to be closed.
And like even in moments like that, especially moments where we have to close for more than one day, like we make sure that we have a sign on the door. It's just that, frankly, a lot of times customers don't heed those notices, and then they'll start knocking on the door and then be upset when no one is there to answer. Everyone that, you know, has worked in retail knows that even when you put as much communication as you can, you put signs on the door, you put signs everywhere, you put signs on the doors everywhere, customers will still have that level of entitlement to walk up and demand service.
Not hot and extremely messy, however the fries were good. We will not be returning to this location anytime soon. Oh, thank you so much for making fries.
You won't come back for the fries.
I'm never coming back here again.
Thank God.
I love the fries. I love the fries.
I had someone come in yesterday. She was like, I would like, can you make the fries extra hot? And can you make the fries extra crunchy?
Oh, I love it.
Right. And so we did, and then she goes to the window, and she's like, listen, just between you and me, McDonald's does not get their fries as all, but you guys, you have to make them. Thank you.
Is that with or without the salt?
Oh no, she didn't have salt before I go to one. My mom and I were in line to receive our food, and an employee was whistling at my mother and calling her mommy, and overall just harassing her. When I got my order, the Whoppers were fine, but the chicken sandwich and none of the cheese that I ordered were in the receipt. It was burnt and was flavorless. I don't understand that this is supposed to be a good establishment and to serve people, and yet we are getting catcalling, and the food preppers are doing the bare minimum for us. How embarrassing is it? Obviously, I don't want to discredit anyone's experiences, but there's also they're calling her mommy because we're in Miami. Speaking Spanish. But either way, like, if Because a lot of times, like, if they were inside and they were whistling at her, that probably means they were getting it. Because, yeah, as, like, knowing the people that work here, I don't want to come off rude when I say this, but, like, I don't think that any of the employers here pay attention to customers in that way, where they would be disrespectful in the sense of like catcalling, other than like calling you to get your attention. That's not going to take away the fact that if that did happen, then I'm sorry that happened, because that's absolutely not okay.
This store specifically gets a lot of Hispanic customers, and so one thing that Hispanic people do is whenever they're trying to call a little Spanish woman, they usually say "mom," like "mommy," you know. Yeah. So as someone who used to work at the store, most of our coworkers, and Jordan knows this, most of our coworkers don't know Spanish. So if in case that customer was ordering in Spanish or in Spanish, or maybe came off as Hispanic, maybe that's probably the reason why the employee called the woman mommy, because that's how non-Spanish speakers kind of know how to call a Hispanic person. So if the customer was Hispanic and the employee was trying to get that person's attention, the employee was trying to do what they thought was needed to get that person's attention. I'm not just gonna sit here and defend that employee. If the customer wasn't Hispanic and was just plain talking English, then of course calling that woman mommy was completely uncalled for. Maybe different term or something could be used to get that person's attention. But I just wanted to point that out in case, like to address any kind of differences. Sometimes
you were made to feel uncomfortable in any way, on behalf of that employee. Let's end on
a high note.
Yeah, I love it. My number one is the Impossible Burger. Can't believe it's not beef.
I mean, it's not.
It's not.
Just how you can't believe it's not butter, you can't believe it's not beef. Like, it's amazing. Really not.
One time for the vegetarians.
Yeah, we've got lots of vegetarian options. We've got this great salad. Yep, anything marked with a V. So we've got this great salad.
Well, guys, that was our reaction video to these reviews. This store and the people who work in it are not perfect. Like, we literally try our best. If there is an issue, then please tell the person there.
People you're speaking with are human beings. We're not created to serve you, but we are hired to.
Period.